Hey, this is David Benjamin from Healthy Wild Free. In today's video, I want to share with you the negative effects of pharmaceutical drugs and what you can do to mitigate the negative effects of both pharmaceutical drugs and antibiotics, and just a systematic approach to counteracting the negative effects of these products. So this hits very close to home for me because my older brother was actually born with a birth defect because of Accutane. Accutane was an acne drug released, I believe, in the 80s. My mom took it in the 80s, and she was pregnant with my brother, I think 5 to 7 years later. It was well outside of the window that was deemed safe by the medical authorities or pharmaceutical company, who knows which. Honestly, it's a revolving door. And unfortunately, my brother was born with a birth defect. So he has had this his entire life, and it's not really a side effect, it's a generational effect, which is really unfortunate, and it's something that I've seen and my brother's had to live with. So I'm making this video because this is something I'm very passionate about personally, and I've created a lot of content around protecting your body, your DNA, your biology, improving cellular health, and health and wellness function as a whole. So in this video, we're going to uncover the 5 negative effects of pharmaceutical products and then the solutions that counteract these negative effects. So let's jump right in. So first things first, the first negative effect of pharmaceutical products is the quote-unquote side effects, which once again aren't really side effects, they're just simply effects. So even if your child isn't born with a birth defect, you're taking a product that has a negative effect on another area of your body, which is not a side effect because then your body has to deal with that. So that's why often when someone gets on one drug or a few drugs, they're on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 drugs, because the quote-unquote side effects of those are creating other effects that then the doctor prescribes more drugs for. It's a pretty good business model. I think it would make any drug dealer on the street quite jealous. So with that being said, side effects are one of the downsides, but it's really just an effect on your health, where if you're taking something for your kidneys, maybe it affects your liver or your heart or your thyroid, therefore you have to take another drug. So it's just really just a negative effect of pharmaceutical products in the first place. And ideally you're choosing a botanical or a plant or an herb or a mushroom or something, a root, something from nature that doesn't come paired with these effects that are negative on your health that affect another part or area of your body. So that's the first thing. The second thing is antibiotic resistant bacteria. Antibiotic resistant bacteria is simply bacteria that evolves or adapts to outsmart the antibiotic in this case. So the antibiotic kills all bacteria, both good and bad bacteria in the body and specifically in the gut. And antibiotic resistant bacteria is essentially bacteria that becomes smarter and grows more intelligent to kill and continue to kill, and it doesn't allow the pharmaceutical drug to overtake it. What's interesting to note here is that antibiotics, anti meaning against, biotic meaning life, antibiotics just kill all bacterial life forms in the body. And it's a chemical, so it's not a living bacteria. Whereas the antibiotic resistant bacteria is a living bacteria, and bacteria is a form of life. And what is the ultimate preservation? What is the ultimate form of self-preservation? It's survival, right? So it's that survival instinct. So bacteria, as it's alive, becomes smarter and adapts, whereas the antibiotic drug stays down here, and then the antibiotic resistant bacteria grows, and that can actually become deadly. It can really influence your gut health and microbiome. It can become deadly, it can cause infections, and so much more. So that's the second big downside effect of pharmaceutical products, is the antibiotic resistant bacteria. The third effect is just the microbiome as a whole. The microbiome is made up of trillions of bacteria, and it's important to have a healthy balance of good versus bad bacteria. It's not even really good versus bad bacteria. It's simply a harmony and a balance of these bacteria within the gut. And this allows your body to metabolize, digest food, and to take care of any stressors or pathogens within the body, because healthy bacteria, or good bacteria, also known as probiotics, helps to fight the bad bacteria and helps to counteract any pathogen within the body anywhere, not just in the gut, in the immune system, but where the immune system extends to, which is the entire body throughout the lymphatic system and lymphatic immune cells like cytokines and macrophages. So it's important to note that the gut microbiome is disrupted strongly by use of antibiotics, and this is not a good thing. So you want to, we'll talk about solutions for that later. The next thing is mineral depletion. The pharmaceutical industry is using synthesized chemicals, and synthesized chemicals disrupt the cellular balance of cells within the body. So the cells within the body all have electrolytes in them, as there's a osmotic, essentially wall, where electrolytes cause osmotic pressure, which allow electrolytes or minerals in and out of the cell. So there's extracellular and intracellular hydration and mineral crossover between the two. Now, when you take pharmaceutical products, it disrupts the integrity of that and causes the minerals to be burnt in an effort to mitigate this confusing chemical that has just entered your body. So important and key minerals like magnesium, sodium, calcium, potassium, these are essential electrolytes and minerals for hydration and cellular health and the electrical system of the body, including the nervous system, muscle function, heart function, and so much more. These are depleted by the body as the pharmaceutical products cause confusion, and these minerals are utilized to change electrical signals and cellular processes in the body because pharmaceutical products are causing them to burn faster in the body. So that's another downside effect of pharmaceutical products. And last but not least, and it's not talked about nearly enough, is the free radical damage caused by pharmaceutical products in general. Free radical damage is when oxygen has an unpaired electron. The free radical damages oxygen, and it essentially causes it's stealing an electron. Now, electrons are crucial because they're antioxidants for the body. But what happens when pharmaceutical products enter the body is that free radicals go rogue because the byproduct of pharmaceutical drugs breaking down is that they actually cause free radicals to grow within the body. This means more electrons are needed, which are a form of antioxidants. And if they are not given to the body, this free radical damage creates a downstream effect of oxidative stress, aging, a chronic state of inflammation, and many other downstream issues which are not good. So including damaging DNA, damaging proteins, damaging cells, and so much more. And I think honestly that free radical stress and damage, which my mom experienced through taking Accutane, was probably what caused her DNA to be damaged, which caused her firstborn son to have the damaged DNA, which caused the birth defect. So those are the 5 somewhat quick downside effects of pharmaceutical products and antibiotics. Just to recap, we have the side effects, or just effects in general. We have antibiotic-resistant bacteria, we have the microbiome being disrupted, we have mineral depletion, and then we have free radical damage, oxidative stress, which leads to chronic inflammation, damaging DNA, damaging cells, damaging proteins, and so much more. So what can you do about it? Well, it's important to understand that any residual byproduct of the pharmaceutical product or any excess of the pharmaceutical product needs to be bound and removed from the body. A really great simple thing that you can do that's actually very cheap is just to take activated charcoal. I would recommend anyone on any pharmaceutical product to take activated charcoal. This is a binder and it binds to any chemical byproduct of pharmaceutical products, so when it breaks down it binds to that excess and pulls it out. Or if there's extra pharmaceutical material within the body, because it's foreign, this binder will bind to it and pull it out of the body, quite literally pull it out your digestive system. So that's a really valuable and really cheap thing that you can do, and I'll put a link to that below for 15% off. This is something that I always have on hand because it's good for food poisoning, it's good for pharmaceuticals, it's good for any chemical toxicity, it's good for pulling anything out of the body that shouldn't be there. So any pharmaceutical product, activated charcoal is going to be your friend. The next thing I would recommend is to really focus on getting your electrolytes and minerals up. So electrolytes and minerals are crucial because they keep the body hydrated, they keep your cells hydrated, and when the body is being depleted of these minerals, you need to replenish them. Minerals are such an important component of nutrition, and most people look at vitamins and all these other flashy, sort of sexy things, but minerals, being a foundational element of your health and well-being, are actually more important than vitamins, and there's plenty of data to back that up. In fact, there's a lot of vitamins that will not even work within the body because the mineral is the precursor nutrient that activates that switch that allows that vitamin to do its job properly. So minerals play a role in your heart function, which is your ticker, that's your life, play a role in your muscle contraction, they play a role in your cellular health, they play a role in your hydration, they play a role in your lymphatic health, they play a role in flushing your body, right? So the water system of your body, flushing in general. So replenishing your minerals is really important. I use a product called Essential Electrolytes. I'll put a link to that below along with a 15% off discount. That link will give you 15% off. It's just a delicious, they have like citrus, lime, lemon, watermelon, just different flavored electrolyte. It's a mineral mix. You just add that to water and you're just constantly replenishing your electrolytes. You're gonna stay hydrated, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna have more energy, all that. And last but not least, I highly recommend taking something that kills antibiotic resistant bacteria, which is very difficult and challenging, restores your gut microbiome, and focuses on reducing the free radical damage. And that is why I highly recommend checking out Radiate 21. Radiate 21 is a formula that helps to restore the gut lining, as well as fight antibiotic-resistant bacteria with cedar and oregano, and helps to fight the free radical damage with 4 of the top 10 highest ORAC-rated antioxidants in the entire world. ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorbance capacity. What ORAC essentially means is that any oxidative stress or effects in the body, which would be caused by free radical damage, which would be caused by pharmaceutical drugs in this case, ORAC antioxidants help to counteract that to protect those pathways. So essentially, there's electrons in this bottle, and those electrons help to create a negative charge, which help to support the antioxidant response of the body, which support the cell, which support the oxygen movement in the body, which support the lymphatic system, the blood, your brain, and so much more. This is a protection and preservation formula. So it also contains Sangre de Grado, which is the #1 highest rated ORAC antioxidant in the world, which protects your gut lining, helps to heal and seal a gut lining. And it's also a really great partner in crime for helping your body to support the antioxidant response systems and reduce free radical damage and stress. So really, Radiate 21 is going to give you 60% of the protection out of those 5 things we discussed: minerals, #1, activated charcoal, #2, killing antibiotic-resistant bacteria, helping to restore the gut microbiome, and reducing free radical damage and stress and oxidation. 3 of those top 5 damaging effects of pharmaceutical drugs, Radiate 21 is really going to help you out with. So I highly recommend that. I will put the link to this below, along with the discount code Radiate10, which will give you 10% off your order. Take this along with the minerals and the activated charcoal, and the downside effects of the pharmaceutical product or antibiotic that you're on will be mitigated and reduced dramatically. And that will also allow the pharmaceutical product to be more effective, and hopefully allow you to get off the pharmaceutical product a lot quicker, or the antibiotic a lot quicker. I also recommend eating and drinking fermented foods and drinks. If you want to learn how to make fermented foods and drinks, fermentationmethod.com teaches you everything you need to know about making fermented foods and drinks and incorporating those into your diet. That will also help to restore your gut microbiome as well. But check this out and the other recommendations for minerals and charcoal. I will put an article with more information below this video so you can learn about these solutions and incorporate them and really just take care of your health. It's really important to understand that all pharmaceutical products carry negative effects. I don't care what product it is, pharmaceutical product, antibiotic, it doesn't matter. They all create negative effects in the body. So if you're not doing something to counteract or mitigate these negative effects, you're actually creating more damage. So don't just take a pharmaceutical product on its own. That's actually a dangerous thing to do, and I hope people wake up to this and realize this. Take your added minerals, take your charcoal, take Radiate 21, and protect all of these areas of your body, and you'll be stronger, you'll have more energy, you'll sleep better, and you will notice your health and vitality increase. So I'll put all the links and information up below, along with discount codes, so you can save money, protect your health, and protect your biology. I'll see you in the next video. Leave a like, a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.